What is a life-changing advice you have received?
My great aunt, she said something to me when I started working. She said, "Haven't you started a company yet?" And I said, "I'm getting there." I was about 22. But then she said something to me about investments. She said, "If you make an investment, don't forget the rule of thirds, which is 1/3 shares, 1/3 property, 1/3 gold, or something like that." So that's how I invested since then, and it's worked. So I'd say that is one of the secrets: is you've got to buy property when you get money. You have to invest somewhere in shares or your own shares of something, some kind, and you should really buy some kind of metal to base value on, preferably gold. So that is such wise advice I got, and I've used it, and it really works.
That's a great advice even for the young entrepreneurs listening to this. But the second part, the property, you cannot buy it very immediately, right? I mean, it has to take some time to invest. So what would you say about that?
True. Buy it early. If you look at the amount of money you're paying in rent, multiply by 12, multiply by 5 years, and then prepare to get a shock, because you're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars already. So why don't you go and buy a piece of property? Very seldom does the value of property drop. You must be clever about it, but it rises. So what you do is you buy property, you sell it, you make a profit, you buy more property. Once you've bought and sold property once, that if you're using your street smarts, you're always making money. So it funds itself. So you don't have to pay it off. Let's just say you buy a property at $500,000 US, and you sell it for $850,000 US. You made a profit. Plus you pay the interest back that you pay. Now you've got $850 million. So you put $700,000 down on a house that's worth $900,000. You only have $200,000 to pay off. Then you sell it in 2 years' time. That now you're paying all the interest and everything. Sell it in 2 years' time. If you made a correct choice at 3 to 6% per annum, so you're looking at maybe $950,000, $980,000. You're paying it off. You made profit again. And you just keep going. But that's the secret, is that you buy in location. It's not always easy to see that, I'd accept. But take the hit on transport if you're buying out of town. Take those hour commute. You still own your own house. You're not paying some landlord somewhere who's not going to fix your geyser or the solar system or the Wi-Fi. It's you. It's one-to-one. It's you fixing these things. So you can control your life more effectively. The money, you're not paying a landlord, which really hurts after a while. You're paying this money, this rent all the time. Look at the tens of thousands of dollars you're paying, or rupees, hundreds of thousands, millions of rupees all the time, to someone who's quite an idiot, usually the owner of the property. The landlords are notorious. So that's the answer. Buy it as soon as you can. Sell it after a while. Build up the value. Make sure you're not buying romantically because you like the eaves, but you're careful about where you're putting the money. You don't make a loss. Property does not make a loss. You really need to, I think, linked to the property stories, you need to be in partnership. So once you've married or have a partner, you should have the same views about this, I believe. And you must go together. Hopefully both partners are working, because you can fund a double size deposit than just you working. If you think about it, your wife's got a good job, you got a good job, your deposit's something big. So you can put down a big deposit on a big house, and then in 2 years' time you sell it for a big profit.
You don't wait till...
It just makes sense to me.
You don't wait till you pay off the mortgage. You just flip it.
No. No, that's old school. No, I mean, you'll be paying mortgage constantly, but you'll always be paying a different mortgage on a different house.
Yeah.
And you'll
make
have
profits.
the deposit.
Yeah,
you make profits. Plus you pay the mortgage, and then you pay the next mortgage, and in one day you pay off the house because you've lived there a while. Or I'm now 60, I've lived in this house for 20 years. I brought my kids up. Now we're about to sell it. Where are we going to go? Somewhere smaller, and what do we do with the profit? Buy 2 pieces of property, not 1. That's the rule. If you sell property, you buy property with the money. You don't put it in anything else. So that's the thirds.
So it keeps revolving in the same thirds.
Correct.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it keeps revolving, and it gets you more back over time. Even with the mistake I made, we can still say that so far we've managed to achieve our aims on that end together, my wife and I. Importantly, I must say that together.
Watch full podcast on Rocklaz.
Rocklaz Radio.
Rocklaz.
Rocklaz.
Rocklaz Radio with Tanmay Shah.